Money-wise pig! Today's topic is about investing. Investments are simply trying to make more money with the money that you already have for doing practically nothing. It should make more money than just leaving it in a savings account that earns interest. However, it can be risky since you can actually lose money. Let's look at some popular ways to invest your money. Shares are probably the most common way to invest. It means buying a share in a company. You have a share in that company and you are called the shareholder. You are a part owner, but likely to be a very small one. A company that offers shares is called a listed company because it must be listed on an exchange, a place where shares are bought and sold. Shares have a share price, which gives an idea on how much the company is worth, also known as market capitalization. Say a company has 1 million shares and the share price is £5. The market capitalization is 5 times 1 million, which is £5 million. If the company does well, the share price goes up and you gain money. But if the company does badly, the share price goes down and you lose money. Many companies also give their shareholders a regular payout called a dividend, normally annually, sometimes more often. How much dividend you get depends on how many shares you own and is a good way to get a regular income. A bond is really a loan that you give to a borrower, normally a company or government. In return, they will pay you back the money plus interest, also called a coupon. So unlike a share, you don't own any part of the company. So why would companies and governments want to issue bonds at all? They will use the money for a variety of projects like expanding the business, building new offices or new roads. The interest is typically paid to you at regular intervals, for example, once or twice a year. A bond is not forever. It has an expiry date, also known as the maturity date. You will then be repaid the original price of the bond. Bonds are normally less risky than shares. On the flip side, for bonds you will normally have to commit the money for a fixed period, which is typically years. So make sure you don't need that money until then. Property has always been quite a safe bet. But since it's probably the biggest item that you will ever buy, you need to build up your savings first. This is why it's so difficult these days to buy one. If you have the money, then there are a few ways how you can invest in property. Buy the property to live in. Hopefully the value will go up, which means if you decide to sell later, you can make a profit. You can buy a property to rent out, but you may need to pay more tax. Perhaps hiring a letting agency to manage your property. Don't forget you have to pay for maintenance like fixing boilers and plumbing. And of course, you may even be unlucky and have nightmare tenants, so renting out your property can be risky. You may buy a rundown property for cheap and then renovate it to resell for a profit. This is also called flipping a property. There is a lot more to think about than other types of investments, so not for everyone, but can be a real winner if done right. Investing in funds is normally for beginners because unlike shares, you do not have to choose a particular company to invest in yourself. Instead, you have a professional fund manager to help choose the right fund for you depending on how much risk you want to take. Of course, you will be charged a small fee for this service. The fund can be made up of different things like shares, bonds or property. Note that your money is actually put together with the money from other investors to buy the fund. You rely on the fund manager, so it's important to choose one that has a good reputation. Again, if the fund does well, you make money. But if it doesn't, then you lose money. These are just a few ways to invest your money, and there are many more out there. Remember, investing your money can earn you a decent amount of money, but it can be risky. So before you invest, you must do plenty of research first and decide if it is for you. Good luck! That's all for now. Be smart, piggies. Goodbye!